the Glass Sports with host Spanky Blake.
Welcome to Off the Glass Sports, everybody. I'm your host, Spanky Blake. I got a great friend with us today. Guy I got a lot of history with. All good. So, CURT T. Primetime CURT T.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, brother?
I'm truly blessed by the best, man.
Yes, sir. By the best.
By the best.
By the best. You know what? You and them, the play on words. You know what I mean? You always got something for me, man. And I appreciate
tried,
it.
man.
Yes, sir.
I got my toes with you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you better. Literally.
Literally.
You better. Yes, sir,
Literally.
man. But really, man, it's great to have you, CURT. I appreciate you, man. And we're going to really, I'm going to take you back a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then when I take you back, then I'm going to enjoy the ride that you bring me on. Hey, you know, and then we'll bring it full circle and we'll touch on some stuff today.
Yes.
But because we have such a rich history, man, and we have a sports show. So let's talk about, let's start with, because my earliest memory of you is in tech. Okay, now I'm getting kind of old, man. We could have had something before then. Did we do something with the Hill Jets too?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know, you was on the A level. I was probably on the BC level.
See.
At Hill Jets.
See.
Yeah. It was very short-lived at Hill Jets, though.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, you know, you're gonna blame it on my head, not my heart.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So, we do something at the Hill Jets with Ernie. What a rich, we'll touch on that then. What a rich tradition the Hill Jets were, and Blunt Park, and other organizations, but we'll talk about what we did. Talk about Hill Jets for a moment.
Oh man, I'm sure we lived to get on the Hill Jets football team.
Right.
I mean, we practiced hard.
Yeah.
Go out to the tryouts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we would go
Tryouts.
down to the Brookings, or we'll sit at the corner and just hang out the neighborhood kids and just practice blocking, throwing, catching.
Yeah.
But it was time to try out for the Hill Jets. You had to turn it up a notch.
Had to turn it up.
Because there wasn't no half step.
That's right. That's right.
know,
and there was a little audience that was always at practices.
Always.
Right?
Always.
We always had a little audience at practice. You know
always.
What I mean? Because like you say, we're at Brookings, we're at D-Berry. And D-Berry back then, the park was full.
Oh, but they called it the Dust Bowl.
The Dust Bowl.
Yes, sir.
That's right, the Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was something, and I'm sure, that helped shape your life early on.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Taught you responsibility,
Absolutely,
showed up every day.
I didn't really understand it at that.
Correct.
At that
Neither,
level,
yep.
You know, we were outdoor kids. We had a lot of different things to do, you know, but if I could hit the reset button, man, I would do it all over again, but I would do it differently.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
I didn't understand it till later on.
Yeah.
You know, what it was trying to guide me to do.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
And you know what? That's a great point, CURT. But none of us, well, I shouldn't say none of us, but very few of us were mature enough to get the lesson that was teaching us.
Right.
Because I firmly believe, this is just my belief, that the lesson, even if we got it then, we couldn't have applied it in our lives then.
Absolutely.
You know, we was getting grown folks lessons. You know what I mean? To be fathers.
I agree.
And husbands.
I agree. Yes.
And brothers. Right? Because it's a lifetime.
It's a life.
Teach you how to be a brother.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Camaraderie going.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that loyalty that has gone nowhere. You know, we haven't seen each other, you know, on a regular basis. But when we see each other, it's like we saw each other yesterday.
It's just like yesterday.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir. Yes, sir. And it came from sports.
From sports.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Okay, so let's
Old
go.
sports. The old sports.
Old sports. Okay, listen. I know. Yeah, yeah. So, and we're gonna ramble on about the old sports, and then we'll let you vent on today because I know you got a little vent in you.
Yeah.
But so then we go to tech, and another tradition.
Yes.
Another.
Tigers, boy.
Forever,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Look at we 60,
Sir, you
60-ish, and we still talking about Tigers.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But again, another life preparation.
Yes.
right? Talk about Tech.
Absolutely. Tech, amazing time.
Amazing.
Amazing time. I wouldn't have changed going to Tech for nothing. You know, commerce was cool, classical was cool.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Trade, you know, whatever putting the trade at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But nothing like Tech time.
No disrespect to nobody else.
No.
We just loving ours.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Tech was probably one of the greatest periods in my lifetime.
Yes, sir.
Meeting people meeting people from all over the city.
Yes, sir.
Instead of the neighborhood.
Right. Right. You spread out then.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I wouldn't have changed it for nothing.
Yeah. And those relationships, because you're older now, right? Those relationships are a little more intense.
Yes.
Because you really realize that's a good dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When you're at the Hill Jets, you really don't know. Everybody's a knucklehead.
Right, because they're all neighborhood kids.
Yeah, right.
Regular,
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
exactly. Right. That's right.
So you go to Tech, you see kids from different neighborhoods. You start hanging out with them. You see, hey, it's cool. This guy's all right.
Yeah. Right.
Why I didn't meet him a long time ago?
Right.
You know.
And in that light, then the sports. The sports became a little more intense because the crowd. I had two young brothers on from Central, and we spoke about the better you get, the bigger the crowds get.
Oh, absolutely.
And at Tech, the crowds grew because the sports were better. And then you have these rivalries. And then talk to me about what you remember about the sports back then. Let's talk about basketball. Let's not talk about football. Let's talk about basketball. What do you remember? Some of your memories about Tech basketball.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Waiting in line to get into the game.
Waiting in line.
Waiting in line to get in the games. Hopefully you find a seat.
Yeah.
Back then, you had a lot of people coming out to support.
Right.
There's a lot of school spirit.
Yes, sir.
Back then.
Yeah.
It's like overwhelming. I go into high school sports today, I don't see the crowds.
Yeah.
I don't see the support.
Right.
But back then, you couldn't wait for a Tech Commerce game or a Tech Classical game.
Yeah.
It was just awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. The environment. Speaking from a player standpoint, the environment was like no other.
None.
No, because them people at Commerce knew you.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were neighborhood friends, so they knew you. Like, yo, Spanky, yo, Mark, get Spanky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's personal.
Absolutely.
And the environment, man, was intense. And you really had to go hard. Like and no disrespect to the young brothers and sisters who play today, none at all. Just sharing our experience.
Absolutely.
I don't see that get at me type of rivalry. Do you see that?
No,
today?
I don't see it at all.
Okay.
I don't see it at all. It seems like the game has got a little softer.
See, I'm glad you said that. I got to be here next week. You don't have to be here.
I mean, I don't know what the coaches are teaching these kids. It's kind of a laid-back type of game or something. But like you said, when we was playing, man, you played hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave 100%.
Yeah.
You had to give 100. If you didn't give 100, you wasn't playing.
Right.
Today you don't have to do that. The game has changed. I don't know.
Wow, you really flipping over some rocks right now, Kurt.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of video. I think video games. Kids just watching too much. NBA. But I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Well, again, I'm gonna let you have that because, like I said, I got to be here next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People meet me down here talking about what you talking about. I was soft, but again, I just want to make it plain that our discussion is about our experience.
Absolutely.
It's not denigrating anybody else's. We're not comparing ourselves to the present day ball players. We're just talking about what we lived. Fair to say?
Absolutely. Fair
Okay.
to say.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, again, I don't want people to be like we're on here bashing anybody's children, anybody's coaching.
Not coaching little kids.
No, absolutely. And I spent a lot of time coaching, so I'm certainly I was in the child business, young people business as you were. So we're certainly not doing that. We're just sharing.
It's just how the game has changed over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, not just basketball, football. It's the same. You know, the rules change.
Yep.
So the game's got to change.
Absolutely.
I understand that.
Yep.
But,
And the game has changed on every level.
Absolutely.
College, the pros game has changed.
Yes.
You know, these fouls right now that they're calling. Back when we was watching pros, when you know, when they were playing, the game has changed, man. So that's true. You know, the game has
Back then, you
changed.
took a foul, it was a hard foul.
Absolutely.
Might not even been a foul.
Play on. That's what they used to say. Play on.
Play on.
Play on.
Hey,
play
no
on.
blood, no blood, no harm.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But all right. So listen, we got to take a break. But when we come back, we're gonna go. I know we could talk about tech for a long time, but we're gonna full speed ahead, hit fast forward, and we're gonna talk about today, since we just kind of bombarded the audience with our history.
Yes.
And we're gonna hit them with some of the things we've been through today. All right. Since we're in the young folks business.
Great.
And we'll be right back. Yeah.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Because it's all organic, it's good for you, it's healthy. And this green goddess stuff, oh my God, is it powerful.
Okay, would you actually say that this is an environment in which you would actually come back to, or would this just be your only time coming?
No, this is a great environment. I would always come back to this. We need places like this.
Really was good, and I got a bottle of Fiji water.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. My man, we're gonna get right into it, man, because you know how we get long-winded, man, about the things that are
absolutely.
passionate to us.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
so listen, we talked about our history. Let's talk about today. You coach young folks, young men and young women. What have been some of your challenges with your organization that you work with?
I would probably say getting the kids to play 100%. You know, you got some kids that are just out there. You know, the parents want them to, you know, to play some type of sport. You know, basketball may not be their thing. So my biggest thing was trying to get the kid to understand that this basketball thing is going to help you later on in life. You know, you don't know this kid over here, you don't know that kid. But by the time the season is over, you guys will probably be good friends.
Right.
You know, so you're gonna grow friendships, you know, hopefully. But understand, if basketball is not your thing, but it can help you get into track, baseball, whatever sport you want to get into.
So you find in that light, some of the children are playing because mothers and fathers trying to get them out the house, trying to get them to be active, off
Yes.
those video games, and I'm gonna say this, in my memory, and of course I'm fastly approaching 60, so my memory is not what it used to be. However, I don't recall we had many. I'm going back to our day again. I don't recall we had many of those kids that didn't want to be out there, that they were forced out there.
No,
You know what I
we
mean?
didn't have any at all. I
you said
can't
any at
remember.
all, okay, yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I
either.
don't think that'd be the norm.
No.
You know, I thought we were out there. So in that light, you know, some of the children that don't want to play give 100. You know what? When I was coaching, one of the biggest things that I was faced with with my teams, and I coached my sons for a long time, was suicides. The running part of it. You know, I couldn't get. We used to have dudes vomit. when we were playing.
Big time.
We were running because we couldn't quit. These dudes, man, they'll just pull up.
Yes.
Like, yo, that's all I got. What do you mean that's all you got?
Yeah, they do one suicide and they're done.
Yeah, and it's
now
like,
they want to start walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you find that these, again, please forgive us. We're not. I keep saying we're not bashing, but it sounds like
no,
we're bashing.
We're not.
Don't get me jumped on, man.
Yeah.
You better help me.
No. I got your back.
All right,
man.
brother.
Just call
So
me,
listen,
man.
no, really, we're not doing that, but we're just kind of seeing things from our eyes.
Absolutely.
So the drive, the extra reps,
It was lacking.
the things after practice, hanging out after practice. We used to have to
Right.
kick kids out.
Absolutely.
Kids
These days, they can't wait for practice is over. Coach, when's the game?
wins the game.
We got to practice first.
They want to play.
They just want to play.
Don't even know they ain't ready.
They want to play, yes.
Now,
Yes.
okay, you did. I didn't coach young ladies. I had a smattering of young ladies on a team or two, but I never coached an all young ladies team. Who works harder in your organization, young men or young ladies?
I would say the young ladies. I would say
How'd
the
I know
young
that was
ladies.
coming?
I would say the young ladies.
Yeah. These
Yeah.
ladies are getting it in now.
Yes,
in
they are.
Springfield.
Yes, they
Right?
are.
They are up and
Yeah,
coming, right?
Growing,
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah, they're going hard.
I'm happy to see that.
Yeah.
Definitely happy to see that.
Yeah, they are. And you know what, too? This has been my experience with them. They've always been a step ahead of us academically.
Oh, no,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And so now they have this basketball thing that they're really, really, really embracing. And that's a two-way.
They're excelling.
Yeah, man. That's a double-edged sword getting in all these
Yeah.
institutions, man, in college.
Yeah.
You know, these sisters are doing great, man. You know, now was it difficult for you when you were coaching young ladies to get at them?
Very. It's very difficult.
Was it really?
Very difficult.
I can imagine.
'Cause I had to bring a girl in,
Okay.
kind of help coach her.
Oh,
She
okay.
just ended
Smart
up-
move.
Then she ended up coaching them. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
it was very challenging.
Yeah.
You know, to coach the young ladies.
Yeah. You really can't get at them.
I can't go at them really hard like I do the boys. I can't push them
Yeah.
the way I want to push them.
Because we'll say some words to the boys.
Oh,
We
absolutely.
won't say it, even though this
Oh.
is cable.
Yeah.
But we'll say
Oh,
some
I'll
stuff
get
to the
on
boys.
the boys.
Yeah.
I'll
We
get on
can't
the
say that to
boys.
the girl. What
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, so I
you
get
gotta
that.
you gotta approach them differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, before we have to go to break, let me ask you this. This is always one of my big pet peeves, you know, and you know me when I was playing, I always had issues with referees. You know what I mean? What's the quality?
we're gonna
now, we
talk
talk about
about
the
the refs.
quality of games. How about the quality of refereeing?
Quality refereeing today,
Yes, sir.
it's not very high, in my opinion.
That's all
In
I'm
my
asking.
opinion,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
not very high.
Yeah.
Some of these refs are questionable. You know.
Thank you. And then
Yeah.
you know what they have? What they have, which is not good, is they have more power today than they ever have.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You
Yes.
can't even say to the
Can't
ref,
say
yo, you
nothing.
missed that call.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing else to me.
Yeah.
Now, relax, dude.
Blow the
You know what I
whistle
mean?
quick.
Relax, right?
Yeah.
Yo, relax.
I got a few texts. Just by, stating my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just asking a question.
Right.
I mean, you missed the call down there,
Yep.
but you call it down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
You know what I
gotta call
ran
it both
into a couple
ways.
of times? I don't know if you did. I'm sure you did because you had good clubs. A couple of times our teams were really good, and we would really put it on some other teams.
Mm-hmm.
And so the referees, I caught them, they would ref the score and not the game.
Oh, absolutely.
You ran into that?
Absolutely. I've
That's
seen that a
disrespectful.
couple- Very.
My guys are hustling and pressing,
Very.
and doing what they do. Don't ref the score, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't ref the
Just
score.
call the game.
I won't call him out as a brother that did that, man. And like I said, I won't call him out. But I told him, he said, man, you're winning. I said, don't tell me what the score is.
Right.
You don't even need to know what the score is.
Play the game.
My kids are playing hard.
Play the game.
Don't do that. You know what
Absolutely.
I I've always had a little thing with referees because I was always hot-headed and very opinionated. And,
You was an intense guy, though. Man.
Yeah,
You was very intense, man.
Absolutely, man. Because you know why? You know, people took it for cockiness, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, for me, it was passionate. Man.
Passion.
I loved
passion.
doing what I was
passion.
doing.
Exactly.
You know what
And I always said that about you, man.
Yeah.
Like, he just loves what he's doing.
I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Man. I love competing. You know what I mean? And for me to compete, if I had to really not like you,
Right.
you know, for an edge for me, like my homeboy Rick,
Yeah.
he didn't need to dislike somebody. He was just that much better than them. I wasn't
right.
that much better than him. I needed an edge.
Right.
So my edge was I hate Clausel. God bless his soul, man.
Oh, I love Clausel, man.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Him used to fight. You know what I mean? Because I had that really dislike this dude.
Yeah.
So I could go at him. You know what I mean? And it wasn't, you know, and I really don't like to explain myself, but it may have came off as smug and cocky, but it was just how I prepared. You know what I mean? And you see young folks that you
absolutely.
coach prepare differently. Their mindsets are different.
Mindsets are totally
Right?
different.
Totally.
Totally different.
Some of them get ready different ways.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
you know, we're looking at your team, he's ready.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You can tell.
Absolutely.
You can tell.
It's in his eyes.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Got
Yeah.
that fire burning in there.
Yeah, burning in his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, even, how about this? Even in them young ladies.
Oh, man. Woo.
Huh?
They got a lot of fire in
A
there.
lot of fire.
A lot of fire.
Some of them you gotta reel them in, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I had some of them, that energy in some of the boys, man.
Uh-huh.
Woo.
Yes, because I see these young ladies, man. They don't take no shorts.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And they go hard and listen.
Absolutely.
And they'll talk.
Listen, I have the girls practice against the boys sometimes.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, listen, don't give these girls no break. Play hard.
Yeah.
Listen, these girls play even harder against the
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
You know, they play harder.
Wow.
And I love that.
Well, you know what, man? That's passion, man. You know, I hope that people understand how to identify passion.
Absolutely.
You know, and stop always shortcutting it like he's angry, he's pissed, he's smug, he's cocky. Sometimes it's just passion.
It's passion. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coaches have it.
They don't understand
players
it.
have it. Yeah,
Yes,
passion.
people don't. You know, spectators don't really understand it.
And if you don't have it, get out the game.
Get out the game.
Get out the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get out the game. And on that note, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Kurt T, my man.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.